Okay, now we have our material out of our CNC machine, and there isn't much to clean up, but we're going to make it even better. What we want to do is break it up, because if you're doing a large area with this Calsada, you don't want to be able to see the repetition in it. So what we're going to do is we're going to break it up a little bit, and my example I have here is it's not really in focus if I have it stacked. So what I did was I varied it. I knocked some down, made the stones uneven. I beveled the edge on some of them. And another thing that I did was I chipped the wood intentionally to give it more of an organic look. So what you're going to need for this process is you're going to need some chisels, a V chisel. Let's see if I can get that in there. Going to need a V chisel. My V chisel, as you can see, has a very nasty nick taken out of it, but for this, it's not going to make a difference. Just simply take the chisel, and then what I was doing was and in some areas I just stab the chisel in and I pry it up and I just break a piece off. And it looks uninteresting now, but when we start adding paint to it, the paint is, especially the washes, are gonna soak into those kind of fuzzy textures, and then you're gonna get more of this kind of broken stone feel, like these little corners like this right here. Okay, got quite a bit of variation in there now, and but what I'd like to do is take it over to the scroll saw, and then we can get to painting this. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to take this over to the paint bench and give it a coat of white primer. Okay, so we've got the Calsada primed. Now we just need to organize our workstation so we're not making a big mess. Gonna need some paper towels, a spray bottle with water, just tap water is fine. We've got an assortment of washes. This is just kind of a black wash, a yellow wash, a rusty wash, and then I have a stronger rust wash, and then a bit of a terracotta wash as well. And I just kind of play with it until it starts to do what I want. The very first thing I do is I give the entire thing a spray with water, because I don't want anything to set too quickly on me. I want it to happen slowly. First thing we'll do is we'll try and get some dark in between the stones. And so I like to just run the wash along. Don't like it to be too even. Kind of wet my brush a little bit too. Paper towel and actually wipe it off. Paper towel is kind of making a mess of everything, but I'm just going to let it. Let it be messy. Okay, now I want to introduce a little bit of kind of soil or mud in between some of the cracks. That's looking cool. I'm actually going to change. I don't like what that paper towel is doing. It's making too much noise. And then I like to take a simple toothbrush, put a little bit of the black wash in it, then just flick it on a little bit, and this gives you these very kind of irregular lichens or mold or whatever might be growing on the stones. Something just like that. Yeah, that'll work. And then, because this is basically a sidewalk, and it's going to have a lot of foot traffic on it. So the very last thing I like to do is take some clear coat lacquer, and then that gives you kind of, when these stones get walked on a lot, they get kind of polished by foot traffic. So we're just going to quickly give it a light pass with the clear coat. That's it. Okay, I think that's it for this week's episode. I think next week we're gonna cover puzzle piecing all of this together and making the curb stones that kind of finish off the leading edge. So we'll make those, and we need to get the calsada also. We have a tree that's going to be in the middle of our set that's kind of grown over the years and pushed the stones up a little bit. So we're going to kind of try and make a natural setting that looks like the tree grew from between the calsada stones. So please, if you haven't already, like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. And if you want me to continue producing content for you, I'd really love to hear from you in the comments. And we'll see you next week. Thanks a lot.